They said it was impossible. They said,
you can't put together the most elite team of comic book reviewers on the planet and do, a podcast or something like that?
Despite all that, today we can proudly announce. Yeah, they were right. We couldn't do it. So instead, we brought you the most vile, ignorant, unprofessional group of comic book enthusiasts we could find. This is Panel to Panel, the Game Rage Magazine comic podcast.
Yeah. Here we are for Panel to Panel featuring semi-crusty Papa Palpatine in Darth Vader number 6.
Yes.
My name's Josh. I'm here today with Adam. Do it.
Do it. You have my presents.
Give me something worth watching.
Yes.
Or whatever the fuck he says. Anyways, we're doing Darth Vader number 6 today. And before we get into it, if you want to go listen to all of our other stuff and all the other podcasts, you can go to YouTube, and just type in your little search box in the YouTube, Game Rage Magazine. We'll pop right fucking up. And then you can listen to all of our stuff. It's all uploaded on the YouTube. Such as our other podcasts, like the Game Rage Star Wars podcast. If you like hearing us talk about Star Wars comics, we talk about more Star Wars shit in depth over there. Also, if you like music stuff and hearing controversial opinions, go listen to Adam on All Gas No Trash, the music podcast. And you can also follow him on Instagram at All Gas No Trash Official. Additionally, if you like animes and mangas, you can go follow Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram, and you can listen to the Anime Syndicate podcast. All right. That wraps up cheap plugs. Oh, did you hear any interesting facts this week?
I might have.
You might have?
Yeah.
I heard there was a study done, and it said that if you listen to Game Rage Magazine, you are more likely to correctly pronounce words that start with the letter B by 28%.
Bussy.
Indeed. See? Look at that. You didn't fuck that up. All because you listen to Game Rage Magazine. Bussin' Bussy. Well, did you hear any interesting facts?
I did. I heard that you're 29% less likely to receive calls after 10 p.m. because nothing good happens after 10 p.m., as I've heard numerous times.
Yeah.
Usually that means somebody fucking died or
he's about to die.
Some terrible thing happened. But also, it's also just rude as fuck to call somebody after 10 p.m.
Well, I mean, that's true, but I call people after 10 p.m. all the time, but I mean, I'm up all night, so.
It's true.
Maybe I'm just an asshole. Anyways, interesting facts.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get rocking and rolling here. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. Darth Vader number 6. And we get into this fucking sweet ass cover with fucking good old Papa Palpatine just, yes. Looks like, as you said, crusty as fuck.
You know what he looks like because of the texture of his skin from this cover art? You know when you're in the shower too long or you hang around at a pool too long and your skin starts to prune?
Yeah. He just looks like he's constantly pruny.
Yeah.
Man, I hope, because you know what's funny is he looks dry too. Like he looks pruny but dry.
Yeah.
Which has got to be the worst, because at least when you're pruny, like it's moist. You know, you're not all fucking dried out and shit. Like this is the bad kind of pruny.
I wonder what kind of moisturizing Palpatine does.
If I would have to guess, I would say 0. I would say that is not high on his priority list.
I also don't like how Vader's dipping his head like he did something bad. I did a bad today.
He does look like he's like, I did a bad. He looks like a dog that's about to get in trouble.
I swear, if he could just kill himself, which he should have after episode 3, and we wouldn't even have any of these problems. But like, why does he put up with this shit, dude? He's just like, man. Fuck me, dude. Fuck my life.
Fuck, what have I done? Like, Jesus Christ. And so now we get into the old crawl, and as is tradition, I shall read it in 1920s announcer guy voice. Book 1, Part 4, Vader. Disorder engulfs the God damn it.
Now you gotta start over.
Disorder engulfs the galaxy. After the destruction of the Death Star by a mysterious four-strong rebel pilot, the Sith Lord Darth Vader was deemed responsible by his master, Emperor Palpatine. Now, pursuing his own agenda, Vader enlisted his own assistants, the bounty hunter Boba Fett and archaeologist Dr. Aphra. With a newly acquired droid army, Darth Vader stormed a secluded stronghold in the Outer Rim where a technology specialist named Silo has been secretly working for Palpatine, creating lightsaber-wielding cyborgs. Oh no! Now, in the presence, the Emperor himself, Lord Vader must fight for both his honor and his life against Silo's team of technically enhanced warriors. This fucking sentence doesn't make sense.
Now in the presence,
It should say now in the presence of the Emperor himself. There should be an of here.
Yeah.
Who fucked this up?
Or you throw in another comma. Now in the presence, the Emperor himself.
Yeah, that would have made sense too. Damn, fucking up. All right. So we start off with fucking old Vader, fucking unsheathed lightsaber out, red rocket. Red rocket, ready to rock. And Palpatine says, you've had years, Silo. It would be unwise to disappoint me. Yes.
You have used my resources to create these monstrosities. Now show me their strength.
What's funny too is they get into it later, so I guess we'll talk about that after this battle's over. But now Vader is starting to fight the individuals that are going up against him, and they send in the two, I don't know, techno Jedi with the lightsaber. I don't know what the fuck they are. He starts talking about how it's Silo basically talking about the beginnings of his work, and I had never heard of this. The Astarte line of Selanon, like, so it's like anonymous, but for like genetic cloning. I don't know. Selanon. They funded all of his work, but they were secessionists in the Clone Wars, right? Like the people who were funding him. And they feared retribution, and they just gave the children to him to use in a way to redeem like their line. So that's who these two assholes are. And basically, they've had a bunch of genetic tweaks and combat training. And as he says this, he's like, into their perfected flesh, I have placed the very finest technology. As they literally, from their hands, just start throwing flames.
Fire, yeah.
Flamethrowering Vader from their fucking hands. And Vader's just like, yeah, get fucked. I have the Force. Like, that does nothing. And he's going on to say that they were once basically human. Now they're much more. And of course, because, dude, Palpatine must have this goddamn emperor chair like everywhere he fucking goes.
Yeah,
like,
he does.
There's
probably
one in every place he may possibly need to sit down. Because here he is in the same chair that's in the Death Star and in the fucking council chamber and fucking everywhere. And so anyways, he goes on to say, I'm twins, so I have a spare.
Being old and crusty on a chair.
Yeah, and he talks about how the problem with having, like, you know, seconds or lieutenants is basically their tendency to die. And he says, people can die, individuals can die, but a system is immortal. And he goes on to talk about this cyber animate modification that they put the training AI personality to guide instincts of like beasts. And this is a Trandoshan, which is basically like Bosk. That's his like species or whatever. So he basically says that this thing can also make him feel like no fucking pain. He doesn't feel shit. He just goes. It turns him into like this monster, but like the AI is like guiding him to like control him essentially. And as Vader's basically like fucking cutting off his arm with the fucking lightsaber. And obviously, this guy knows Palpatine is a space racist. So he does say, well, if you don't like the Trandoshans, we can put it into something else. Up to and including a Rancor, which he says, yes, I see.
Show me more of your perversions.
Show me more of your fucking perversions. So then we get into the next lady who's the science lady, and he's going on to explain that she basically was this high-level R&D scientist, and essentially she has this like enhanced brain that is connected to like all these little they look like the little training droids. They look like advanced versions of the little training droids.
Yeah.
And basically she sees everything through her little drone cloud that she has. And he's saying that she was a genius even before she got enhanced. And she says most of her friends were aboard the Death Star. So now she's got an axe to grind. And he says her new topic of research is revenge. and then Palpatine's like, charming. Next. More perversions, please. And then this one honestly was the coolest fucking one.
Nah, I mean...
It's rehashing fucking the Grievous stuff.
It's rehashing the Grievous stuff, but it's just... I appreciated the droid woman because I'm like, okay, that's at least novel to Star Wars that somebody somebody with technology could at least fare against Darth Vader. That we're trying to find out who could possibly surpass Vader so that they could sit at the right hand of Vader, or not Vader, fucking Palpatine, or at least be feasible for Palpatine to use. And right now Vader's kind of holding it down. Oh yeah,
he's whooping all their asses. Like they don't have stand a chance. And essentially he took this fucking Admiral Akbar type fella, and this Silo guy does say that he was a great admirer of the late General Grievous, and he basically gave him a fucking enhanced, upgraded version of General Grievous's body. And he says, that Grievous's first form was interesting by design, but a first step. And he says, this guy, Commander Carbon, he's the next step. And Palpatine said, yes, so you say. Let us have a real demonstration. And this Silo guy comes out. Man, Palpatine looks like he just got up from a nap and he just got beat the fuck up. Like his eyes are fucking purple and shit, man. It's so funny.
Probably gonna have lunch at 4 p.m.
Yeah, he's
or
like,
dinner.
He's like literally...
I grow tired of this.
He's about to pull out a cell phone and say, the Sizzler closes in 3 hours. We must make haste to the local Sizzler for 4 p.m. specials.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
So then this guy Silo, he does this cool grandiose fucking gesture and he says, very well, to the death. And now they're all like gonna fight to the death. And Vader just goes like, huh, all right. And he says, well, you first. And they start fighting, and everybody, they're just fighting.
It's a battle royale against all it's like whoever survives is I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be the
purpose for you.
Yeah, it's going to be the winner. And so then basically one of those Jedi dudes fucking stabs the Trandoshan in the back and fucking cuts him in half.
Yep.
And fucking Palpatine just says, that thins the herd sufficiently. Cease all activity. The Sizzler has been pre-ordered.
We have 30 minutes to arrive.
And so then Vader tells this dude, the Jedi, he's like, I will not forget what you did here today. And this guy tells him, oh, don't get all sentimental. The only reason I saved you is because in the long term, the old model is less of a threat than the new one.
Oh, yeah. And he's like,
I'm saving you the easiest for last, which is going to be you, bitch.
Yeah.
And then Vader tells him, I have no interest in your motivation, boy. You interfered. That life was mine to take. And then Vader just fucking walks out. And fucking the Emperor comes, yes, adequate. I think I can find a use for them.
You know what's weird is that Anakin changed his whole mood from, how he talked when he was Anakin to what he is as Darth Vader. Very curt, short.
Yeah.
Whereas, Anakin was very whiny, and
animated, very over the top,
verbose.
Oh, Master Kenobi. Chirpa chirpa, waka waka, or whatever when he was a kid, when he was in fucking chirpa chirpa saboba. You fucking asshole. Go take a shit somewhere else. So then Palpatine tells them, you guys will go forth and fucking do my bidding, but make no mistake, I only need one of you. Do not slay each other. Or if you do, ensure I do not find out. And then he says, with me, Vader, to the Sizzler we commence.
It's like, what, bitches?
Yeah.
You fucking get back in line.
And then Palpatine tells him, this was actually this was a very interesting conversation.
Yeah.
So Palpatine's telling Vader, hey, I'm very impressed with you gathering these forces outside of my system. You're going against me. I'm very impressed with you doing this. And he says, I would have thought such initiative was beyond you. Maybe you will win against these guys. And Vader just says, they're abominations. This is heresy. And Palpatine kind of snaps back at him and he says, you forget who is master and who is student. It is your duty to learn what I know and my duty to learn what there's to teach. And you stand there more metal than man and talk of abominations.
He has a point.
Were it not for my open mind, you would not be here. Everything is of the Force. Do not underestimate how much you disappointed me on Mustafar. Man, bringing up the fucking past.
You bitch.
He's like, God, my heart. I saved you, but you showed how far off the mark you fell. Silo has been training the twins for 20 years. All these years you were considering replacing me, and this is Vader talking. And this is Vader's being a bitch right now, because how do you not understand this?
Also,
this is the Anakin coming out. This is the fucking Anakin side coming out. Because he tells them, the dark side is strength. This is what Palpatine says. If they defeat you, they are stronger. If you defeat them, you prove you are. This is the fucking way of the Sith, man. This is how the rule of two works. One to hold the power and an apprentice to crave it. That's why there's two of us. That's why, now granted, I don't know. I understand Darth Bane's initial reasonings for creating the whole rule of two and just destroying the entire Sith Order back in the day, because they had become too diluted and too weak. And he was a Sith supremacist and he only wanted the strong Sith. So he fucking said, two people that will be the most powerful Sith will exist. The one who's the most powerful and the one who's number two. And that's it. So anyways, were you going to say something?
Yeah, that how Darth Vader fell short of the mark. It's bro, they barely knew each other. Well, I guess they've known each other since episode 1, but he only became Darth Vader in episode 3.
Right, yeah.
So it's how did he fail you? You weren't even his master for, 18 years or whatever. And then 20 years later, which is, I don't know what that makes Vader right now.
I think he's in his 40s.
40s.
Late 40s, early 50s maybe, technically.
Yeah, but man, just getting constantly fucking shat on. But then again, those are all manipulations of Darth Sidious or Emperor Palpatine. And Darth Vader is falling short of the mark of trying to become the next Sith Lord, or rather the Sith Emperor of the Galactic Empire, and he's just being a little bitch.
Yeah, he is being a little bitch. So he tells him, I named you Vader after you pledged yourself to the Sith. You proved yourself worthy of it then. I'm certain you will prove yourself worthy now. And so then Vader's just motherfucker. He starts going back, gets back into his ship, and you see Aphra fucking loaded up. She's got her fucking guns on, and she's like, oh, well, I was getting ready to come in and help. And Vader just, silence, launch immediately. And then they bounce out of there, and she's trying to tell him, and he says, this would not be a good time to bait me, Aphra. And she's like, yeah, I know. I have a message from the bounty hunter. He caught up with the boy and wants to report. And so then it just says later, and Vader's standing on his fucking Star Destroyer. And Boba Fett's just standing there. Yeah, I lost him. That's like how he opens the thing. Yep, lost him. That is most disappointing. He got lucky. Did you bring me anything of value, bounty hunter? And he says, nah, not much. Just his name. And then it zooms in on like Boba Fett's face. Skywalker. And fucking Vader's like,
They don't even show his face
Nope.
or anything. He's just like, the back of his
back
fucking
of his
he's
head,
like,
man.
Fuck my life.
He's like, what the fuck? And then he says nothing to Fett. And then Boba Fett turns around and says, well, we're done here then. And he fucking walks away. And Vader, man, this again, the use of these flashbacks is they're doing it perfect, man. Like with this fucking comic. And after
Also,
that,
there's like a red outline to
in the flashbacks
to make it stand out.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And it is fucking cool. And like, it's like you imagine as he says that word Skywalker, this fucking triggers in his head when Padme tells him that he's pregnant or that she's pregnant. And then, oh, that's wonderful. And then fucking fist just fucking clinches and then he looks up all fucking like, you could tell he's like just fucking so enraged right now. And then it goes back to the fucking end scene of episode 3, man. Where is Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right?
No.
Yeah. And
I thought that we were going to get that.
I thought we were going to get that too. That would have been cool. And then you see it goes back to Vader and the window is cracked that he's looking out of. And he says, I'm afraid she died. It seems in your anger. You killed her, Lord Vader. And then he fucking just like grips his fist even harder and just shatters the fucking window on his fucking Star Destroyer. And he says, Skywalker. And then he goes to his little chamber and he says, the Emperor, now. And then Emperor pulls up and he says, yes, Vader, I was just getting ready for bed. It's 6 p.m., god damn it. And
just had my sister a meal, god damn it.
Yes, I had, it was coupon day. I had a free ice cream.
The salad bar was quite refined.
Quite refined. And he says, I sense your anger, great anger. Have you something to say? Some proud, defiant words. Or are you wise enough to know your place? God, man. And Vader just sits there and then he bows and he says, I am angry. You would not have me otherwise. My anger brought me to you. I want you to know I will not fail. And I understand us precisely. And then that's it. And then you see Vader standing in front of the cracked window with his arms fucking crossed. And then we get the fucking flashbacks of her crying, of Padme crying after Anakin is like refusing to go with her and he's about to kill her or he's about to fucking force push her or whatever he does. And then you go to the fucking flashback shot of the goddamn funeral. Then you go to the flashback shot of fucking X-Wing Vader or Vader behind Luke's X-Wing trying to shoot him in the Death Star trench. And then you get this flashback of, you get Luke with his, he looks like he's, I don't even know what he's fucking doing.
Yeah, where is that even from? Because in episode 4, when the fuck did that happen?
What's funny is he's wearing this is the outfit that he wore when he was getting his Yavin medal at the end of episode 4.
Yes.
So this must have happened. They must have somehow, I don't know, or maybe he's just envisioning it. Like
I don't fucking know.
I don't get it, what that it's supposed to be. And he just says, I have a son. And then you just see the whole fleet of Star Destroyers through this cracked ass window. And he just says, he will be mine. It will all be mine.
Yeah, what a great fucking panel to have. Because it's like, oh, this should be my fucking empire. But it's not.
It's not yet.
It's not yet. He's like, now I know I have a son. Bitch ass Darth Sidious lied to my ass. It's time to fucking.
It's time to fuck.
It's time to destroy bitch ass Palpatine for all the shit that he's done. Man, he got mad played.
Oh yeah.
In the last 4, episodes 4, pretty much the whole goddamn.
He got played the whole goddamn fucking saga, all right?
He got played the whole fucking time.
Everybody got played. Dude, this movie, this whole Star Wars was 9 movies of Palpatine playing everybody. That's basically what it was.
It's true, yeah.
So it should have been called the Palpatine saga, not the Skywalker saga. But anyways, we get the cover of the next issue, which is Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen's fucking little Tatooine hut. Burned out,
lit up,
still smoking, and then you just see Vader's fucking shadow on there. Which oh, good.
You know what kind of sucked in the crawl thing? It didn't make any note of Black Chrysanthemum.
Oh, that's true, huh? Yeah.
He was the one that escorted Silo 4.
That's true. He's the one that fucking.
It just said
kidnapped him.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
Black
Wookiees-
Chrysanthemum did all the work.
Dude,
Boba Fett technically fucked this whole thing up.
yeah, man, I'm the big bad Wookiee daddy.
I do think this issue cover, this next one, is a cool little callback to episode 1.
Episode 1, yeah.
When it's showing Anakin, like, and he's running, the little kid Anakin, and then you see his shadow is Vader, like.
Still only a boy
Yep.
from fucking Tatooine.
Yeah, man, fucking crazy. So, anyways, this was a great fucking issue. This comic is fucking excellent, man.
Yeah, it is a fucking banger.
It fucks.
It adds so much to the Star Wars lore that you didn't even know you wanted.
Yeah, that's true. True story.
I don't know what else to add, but yeah,
Nothing. I think we're
Star
good.
Wars is good time fun American comic.
Hell yeah. Anyways, if you want to listen to more of our shit, you can go to Game Rage Magazine on YouTube. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag, YouTube again, go to YouTube, beat Game Rage Magazine. It's the most wonderful time. Super happy, fun time, Game Rage Magazine, American Podcast Network. Also, if you want to go listen to you shouldn't have invited him over. If you want to go listen to Adam, you can go listen to him talk about music and shit on bands at All Gas No Trash. And you can follow him on Instagram at All Gas No Trash Official. And if you like why is he standing up like a human? That looks fucking weird. I don't like that.
I told you, man.
I don't like that.
It's weird.
I don't like that. He looks like a small child right now. He looks like a hairy white small child.
He's vibrating. Why is he vibrating?
He's vibrating. This is how he stands. Like, this is how he stands on 2 feet. Dude, he looks like a fucking person, like a Muppet.
I hate it, dude. I hate it.
Anyways, if you want to see funny pictures of Cooper, go to Game Rage Magazine. We'll post some fucking pictures on there on Instagram. Also, you can follow Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram, and you can go.
What if fucking Cooper's Emperor Palpatine? Because he never actually ages.
Oh, that's true.
He looks the same from when he was a puppy.
What if he just stands up one day and he just walks over and he puts on a black cloak and he just goes, yes. Anyways, all right, that'll do it for us. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
That was Panel to Panel, the Game Rage Magazine comic book podcast. Thanks for listening. If you want to know more and follow along, go to Instagram and TikTok. Follow at Game Rage Magazine. If you want to follow on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Tune in next time.